Do you want a fast-paced tactical combat, deep strategy, and a world that begs exploration? Welcome to Fangs Forges, the medieval fantasy squad-based RPG that's already winning hearts, starting with its free demo. In just the last few months, demo players have given it a perfect 100% review score on Steam. You can recruit 9 unique characters, tackle 2 raid zones, and test tactical synergies, all before, and this matters, leveling up to strategic level 5. So, before we even get started, I'm Big Al, and I love tactics games. I love turn-based games. This is what we do on this channel. So, if you guys like games like that, make sure you subscribe and stick around to the very end. All right, so let's get into the gameplay. Combat is snappy. Every move matters. Stunning enemies off cliff ledges, suplexing them, chaining elemental effects, and even blocking advances. It's all here in a tight, rewarding skirmish. And that's every single battle. They're quick skirmishes, in and out, hex grid, and the character art looks incredible. Each character has a distinct role. Bruisers, assassins, tanks, hybrids, you name it. They pretty much got it. The early gameplay footage shows off that deep synergy. Combining skills is where real fun happens. So let's say you have a big tank or a bruiser. Combine the tank, put him next to your assassin or your ranger or even the hybrid. Hybrids are really unique. Mix of melee and range. While they can't hit across the map, they can hit about 3 tiles in front of you, drag in targets, trap them in, lock them in, and you know what? Dish out incredible amounts of damage. Now let's talk about the loot. Loot is randomized, but it's really meaningful. You'll find gear that tweaks stats for lifesteal, armor piercing, and even custom builds. Tons of defense, or instead of just tons of defense, you can get defensive points that also allow you to get, major resistances and things like that. Visually, the world is lush. You'll see on the map, you'll have fungal woods to icy peaks, and the art, again, is getting a massive amount of praise. This demo stood out for a number of reasons. Amazing style and amazing artwork. It's not just the difficult gameplay, the tactical gameplay. The atmosphere is really there. So let's talk about some of the Steam reviews. One review says, awesome game, can't wait for more content and for a full game. Tactical battles are fun, RPG elements look promising. All I want is more characters, items, skills, levels, towns. I am buying the moment it comes to early access. Another review says, a really interesting game concept with a rich world view and backstory behind it. Definitely worth a try. And the last review I want to bring up is super fun so far. Characters are interesting, items are cool, gameplay is addictive. I can't wait for the full release. And all of these reviews, they all had more than 4 hours played, which is also something I found really interesting. But what do I say? What does Big Al say? Since I am the content creator here on this channel, I think it's great. The tactical depth is truly, as everyone is saying, it's great. I spent about 2 hours playing the game, and in those 2 hours, I've lost the full party, I've won, I've beat the bosses, I've gone through some of the commissions, and it honestly feels really rewarding. It's a little grindy, and that's to be expected when it comes to a game like this, where you're trying to build up your forces, you're trying to build up your units, you want to make them the best that they can be. But another thing, and I mentioned it before, getting to level 5 gets you a skill point. And that's something I didn't realize in the beginning, because I was like, oh yeah, let me just dive on in. I wonder if I'll get some skill points here and there after every level. No. You'll get stat upgrades, but you won't get any skill points until level 5. And that is really, really important to note, since this game will beat you down. This game does not pull any punches. If you're picking a low level difficulty to go after, the main issue, the main boss, or the main whatever it is, you'll get low rewards for it. You'll get like 150 gold. You might even lose a unit. But let's say you ramp up the difficulty and it completely changes each dynamic. You ramp up the difficulty to the second skull, damn bro, they're coming at you with some reinforcements and they hit hard. Third skull, don't even get me started. All right? Third skull, you've got the first wave, then you got 2 other reinforcements that come on in. And you have night and day cycle. Different enemies come out at night. Some are stronger, some are more beast-like. Who knows what's going to come up? Different ones come in the day. Some bosses, some raid bosses. I know I ran into a raid boss, even though it didn't count as a raid boss during the day. We still got the commission, even though I lost in that fight, because it was so brutal. And even some of the bosses I couldn't even take on. I beat one boss, I was like, damn. But again, it's like a flourish. It is an ebb and flow. When you're in that game, you don't even realize how those skirmishes are going until afterwards. You're like, damn, my guys took some heat. I broke my armor. I'm feeling a little weak. Things like that. And it's tough. And that's something I really enjoy. You can control how tough it is, how tough it's not. But at the end, you still have to fight the bosses. You still have to hit those commissions. You still have to make that money because you're still a rogue party of mercenaries. I don't want to say a rogue party, but you're like a mercenary group. And let me tell you, those guys, they look so cool. They're really, really cool looking guys. And I think even though aren't like character animations and things like that, just the portraits themselves, it's very Heroes of Might and Magic-esque, but just imagine the portraits are moving on like a hexagonal grid rather than like your specific characters. And some of those animations are very sleek. I love like the ice dragon animations and even like the turtle that suplexes, even if it is a turtle, I don't even know what it is, but it'll suplex a target into another target. It's great and it's good fun. And the game will let you know if you're doing something wrong. It will be like, yeah, you just can't do this. And you know what? That works for me. So, curious about the demo? It's free. It's on Steam, and it has a lot of features. So if you want, hit the link below, recruit your squad, test your tactics, and you know what? Let me know. Let me know what was your dream combo? How did you mix and match it? Were you like hybrid tank? Because for me, I was 1 tank, 2 hybrids, and then my ranger after my 1 hybrid died. So tell me if you like this little breakdown, if you liked me explaining it, giving it some light, shedding some light on it, hit that like button. Subscribe for more tactical RPG highlights and more games coming soon. And again, remember, comment your squad below. And until next time, I'll see you guys around.